Alright, so here we are with what might be my last review of the year, depending if anything else turns up in my centre sack at the last minute. But it's possibly one of my smallest reviews of the year too. Here it is. This is the Belkin iPhone mount with MagSafe for Mac notebooks. Now, I know that sounds kind of specific, but it's not quite as specific as it sounds. So what is it? It doesn't look like much, does it? This little disc. But the idea is, if you're not happy with the camera quality on your MacBook, you've probably got an iPhone that has a way better camera on it. And these days, with the latest Mac OS, it's really easy to use your iPhone as a webcam on your MacBook or your Mac for that matter. So, you know, I've got the iPhone 14 Pro here, and you know, the main shooter on that's a 48 megapixel camera. It's a very good camera indeed, and why wouldn't you want to use that to beam yourself out to the world instead of just that 1080p FaceTime camera that's pre-installed? Or perhaps if you've got an older model, you know, something even lesser than that. So here's how it works. You literally just magnet it on like that, because using the MagSafe, and it's got a little, I can show you, it's just got a little ledge thing that folds out there, and here's a MacBook I prepared earlier, excuse the dirty screen, and so it just holds on like that, and there you go. Easy as, and literally it's just a matter of going onto your control panel up the top there and choosing this for your camera instead of the built-in camera. So yeah, it's as easy as that, but it's actually even more versatile than that, because it has a little pull-out ring grip as well on there, and that works just the same way as those cases that have the ring grip on it, except, you know, it doesn't have to be on there all the time because it just magnets on. So yeah, you can use that as a stand for, you know, watching video or playing games with the phone, and in fact, if you decide that you would like to do the same thing with using this camera with your iMac, for example, which has a thicker screen, so that little pull-out shelf thing, you know, that won't be wide enough to fit on the top of it. I've found that you can actually use that part instead and put that on the top of your Mac screen. So let's have a look at the difference. I will show you some video using the built-in camera on the iMac, and then through the phone camera. Let's go. Ooh. Okay, here we are inside the 1080p FaceTime camera on the iMac. So it's pretty good. I mean, you know, it's pretty clear and everything. But maybe we can upgrade things even more. Let's go inside that iPhone camera and have a look. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, right. Now we're inside the iPhone 14 Pro. And I think you can see that there are some subtle and interesting differences. For example, I'm all in focus in the foreground, the stuff in the background is out of focus. You don't get those kind of effects just from your built-in camera, of course. So you've got access to yeah, those kinds of effects. I think you'll find that the colouring and everything has been corrected to be much more lifelike, not quite so washed out. So I mean, you know, the differences are subtle, but I mean, if that kind of thing is important to you, you want to put your best face forward, then why wouldn't you make a very small investment in a very little device that just magnetizes onto the back of your phone and utilize the best camera that you have available to you? Why not give it a go?